YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, you got one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and I'm back with another fragrance video. All right, Smell Good family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic, positive energy and positive vibes. Hopefully, truly everyone is out there doing well. All right, so unisex, the term unisex fragrances are something that have become more popular with being distinctive destination for male or female fragrances. And although you still have those out there, most fragrances, I mean, you can wear what you want, whether you're male or female. So I have 7 fragrances here today that no matter what they're marketed to, definitely a woman or a man can wear these fragrances and pull them off in different situations and scenarios. All right, so yeah, so it's always good, to go into any fragrance that you're smelling with an open mind. I mean, there are fragrances that are designed and have white florals in them, or any type of floral roses that people men just kind of turn the other way and look. And then you have on the other side, you have more spicier, maybe woodier, darker fragrances that women probably just assume, saying that wasn't made for them, but that's not true. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, up first, from the house of State of Mind, we have Spontaneous Generosity. This is a date night special, date night classic here. Sweet, nutty, slightly boozy style of a fragrance for sure. Now, the unisex theme is definitely present here. Male or female can wear this. If you're into gourmands or slightly sweeter fragrances, this is definitely up your alley, especially if you're into cherry. All right, so cherry can go one or two ways. You can get it on a more heavier, denser style of a fragrance, or you can get it on a more floral, brighter style of a fragrance. All right, but this kind of leans right in the middle of both of what I just broke down. All right, so Spontaneous Generosity is definitely a cherry-based fragrance, but you can definitely rock it if you're male or female. Unisex vibes for sure. Great performer, and for me, it's situational because this is just going to be a date night exclusive for sure. So from the house of State of Mind, we have Spontaneous Generosity. All right, up next, all right, from the house of Maison Margiela, from the replica line, we have Coffee Break. Now, I love the note of coffee in a fragrance, all right? And this one in particular kind of gives a cappuccino type of vibe, all right? So you do get this slightly lactonic coffee, vanilla style of a fragrance, which is really, really, really good. And it's definitely a cozier type of fragrance. So whether you're male or female, this right here, you can just pull off that type of vibe with this, especially if you're in intimate, close quarter settings. This just definitely works. So very unisex for sure. And then even on the bottle, at the bottom, you see style description. It has a male and female at the bottom. So I love these replicas. They break it down right on the front of these things. And it's definitely unisex for sure. So from the house of Maison Margiela, from the replica line, we have Coffee Break. Super unisex fragrance for sure. Super. All right, up next, and I learned this to be a great weapon for the ladies based off my wife wearing it a few times last winter. All right, from the house of Emporio Armani, we have Strong With You, Intensely. Man, this stuff right here, it smells wonderful coming off of a woman. The praline, the vanilla, the slight spice to it as well. The overall sweet nature of this fragrance, man, it can just definitely work either way. I don't know if this is particularly marketed towards men, but it definitely has a unisex type of vibe for sure. So ladies, this is a little bit heavier. It's not as a lighter, more airy style of a scent. Has a little bit more heaviness to it, depth and body. But I'm telling you, the cinnamon, vanilla sweetness, praline sweetness that's in this fragrance, man, it could definitely work on a woman's skin, no questions asked. All right, so like I said, my wife wore this a couple of times last fall and winter, and man, it just smells so great coming off of her. Just totally forgot about the men's fragrance line versus women's fragrance line. All right, so very unisex for sure. Don't sleep, ladies. You could definitely have your bottle list and do some damage for sure. From the house of Emporio Armani, we have Strong With You, Intensely. Intensely. All right. Up next, now this one has been marketed towards towards women, but men can definitely wear it. All right, from the house of Tom Ford, we have Black Orchid. All right, Black Orchid. This is the EDP concentration. This has a very strong floral touch to them. And so you get a lot of florals here. You get a little bit of chocolate here. I get this kind of like Palo Santo spice to it as well off to my nose. Just spray it in the air. And yeah, I mean, this is very sexy fragrance that is really focusing on the florals in the forefront, but there's some spices in here and some there could even be Palo Santo wood in here. There could be, but the combustible elements of every note that's in here give off this beautiful, nice, spicy, floral, slightly chocolate style of a fragrance. So very, very good quality here. Great performer. They have a parfum version in the all gold bottle, but I believe this is marketed more towards the ladies. But fellas, trust me, this is something that you could definitely wear. A woman will find you attractive, especially in the date night scenario where you're not trying to come off super masculine or super ooh yeah macho man style, but you want something that can provide you a vibe that you're a little bit more laid back, you're a little bit more inviting, a little bit more warm for sure. This will definitely get it done. From the house of Tom Ford, we have Black Orchid, and we have the EDP here. The EDP, big fan of this stuff, man. Great for a dressy date night occasion for sure. All right, up next again, fellas, this has been totally marketed towards the lady. We got a Middle Eastern here. From the house of Armaf, we have Club de Nuit, Intense Woman. All right, Intense Woman. Now, for those who've never seen anything on this is a clone of Tom Ford's Noir de Noir, all right, which is a rose fragrance, and that's exactly what this is. Even though Armaf has marketed this towards women, no. No, you get this spicy, sweet and spicy style of a rose, a dark patchouli in here, a very heavy fragrance for sure, at least for a rose fragrance, man. Very much so unisex, very mature rose fragrance. So this ain't gonna be for everybody. Just like Tom Ford's Noir de Noir is not for everybody. But if you're into rose, fellas, trust me, don't let Intense Woman run you away from the experience that this provides. All right, so I'm not gonna say it's a masculine rose, but it's right there on that unisex line for sure. So more darker, heavier fragrance for sure, focused around the note of rose, florals, vanillas, little spices, little patchouli. This stuff is good. I'm glad to have it for sure, and it's good. So marketed towards women, but everybody can wear it for sure. From the house of Armaf, we have Club de Nuit, Intense Woman. Intense Woman. Okay. All right, two more left to discuss that I feel that are very, very unisex, and this one just a beauty here. Focus on florals and sweetness. From the house of Roberto Cavalli, we have Uomo. I firmly believe any woman that is smelling like violet and honey can do miraculous things. And this is more marketed, I believe it is marketed towards men, all right? But I also seen some things where it's men and women, but this is a true unisex fragrance. So you get this violet, you get this honey, you get these spices in here as well. Just a very floral, sweet, and spicy style of a fragrance, man. So the spice is not elevated through the roof, but it's there. Kind of maybe if you got a 1 through 10 on the spice, I say it's a 4 or 5 for sure. But honey is the focus point here, and the violet leaf for sure. So ladies, fellas, both of us can wear these fragrances. Comes off very sophisticated, a gourmandish touch to it with the honey, and this is super duper unisex. And I believe dressed up and with the right occasion, this definitely this definitely could cause a problem. All right, so I know this will smell fantastic off of a woman. I have to see if my wife would be interested in trying out Womo on her skin. You know what I'm saying? So I'll get back to y'all on that if she does. But I believe this is super unisex as well, from the house of Roberto Cavalli. We have Womo. We have Womo. And last but not least, this is an elite Middle Eastern in my collection. I know it's a dupe of one of these Killian fragrances out here, but this is how good this is. I'm not even really sure what Killian that is duping, and don't care. All right, this is really, really good. From the house of Paris Corner, from the Amir line, we have When Souls Get High. Beyond sexy fragrance, very unisex. This really focuses on a note of white honey. You get a tobacco, you get some nuttiness in here, there's some cherry in here, some vanilla. God, just ultra unisex, man. But the honey is the star player, and it's definitely the big feature of this fragrance. And men and women, you can definitely wear this. And I remember the first time that I wore this on a date night last year. It started off with my wife was like, whoa, what do you have on? That smells crazy good. Got to the restaurant where we were, the waitress complimented me and then the receptionist complimented me and just grabbed a random waitress. I'm assuming she knew her, and asked her, did she smell me? And they wanted to know what it was. So this is super sexy, man. Fellas, if you're wanting a sweeter fragrance and you're kind of tired of the 1 millions and the Eroses and things like that, I'm telling y'all, get your nose on this for sure. You and your lady can share the bottle. You know what I mean? It definitely comes off as something that has a big time seductive play card ready to just roll out the deck for sure. So this is ultra unisex and really, really good, from the house of Paris Corner, from the Amir line. We have When Souls Get High. Get high. All right. All right, Smell Good family. So those are 7 unisex fragrances for the fellas, for the ladies. Doesn't matter. There's so many more out there in the world. Most fragrances, when they roll out these days, they're pretty much unisex. There might be ever so often these days, from what I see, something directly for the ladies or directly for the fellas. And even in that, whatever your taste is, you could wear that fragrance too. All right, so let me know down below in the comments what are your guys' favorite unisex fragrances, or what are some fragrances that are marketed towards men and women that you feel that everybody can wear. All right, so let me know down below in the comments, guys. All right, so until next time, y'all be cool, be safe, take care of yourselves. Y'all know what it is. Splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put out into this world, yes, you out there, is exactly what you are going to get back. All right, appreciate y'all for sure. On the road to 10K. That's crazy.